Marvel Rivals' release is coming up this December as a free-to-play Overwatch style game. However, this is not all that gamers that are Marvel fans can look forward to. As in this video, I will go over every other Marvel video game that is in active development. Let's get started. First is Marvel Rivals, obviously. If you've been watching my channel for some time, you know that I've covered a lot of the news with this game as well as gameplay during the closed beta test period. So far, I think that this game has great long-term viability as long as NetEase Games and Marvel play it right. With the vastness of characters in the Marvel universe, it is imperative that not too many are added right away. This will overwhelm players and create a more negative experience. This is where things need to be played right with adding 1 to 2 characters every few months. Also, I said before that Marvel Rivals may be the entry point into competitive esports for a Marvel video game. If you want to check out that video, it's up here in the card in the top right corner. I do plan on live streaming some gameplay when the Marvel Rivals game officially releases, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Moving on into the games that are coming soon, we will start off with 1943, The Rise of Hydra. This was recently revealed earlier this year with more of the reveal of the story expectations and modern graphics thanks to the latest upgrades to the Unreal Engine. And may I add that this game does look visually outstanding. So far we know that Captain America and Black Panther are going to be the 2 main playable heroes in this game, with the Black Panther being Azuri. Also, the setting of this game seems to be during World War II within Europe. With this being Hydra, I wouldn't be surprised to see Red Skull be one of the main villains in this game, but this is still unknown. The main mystery for this game, it will be the core mechanics of the gameplay to see if it mimics the successful mechanics for, let's say, the combat and traversal of the Insomniac Spider-Man games. Speaking of Black Panther, he is getting a standalone game. With Cliffhanger Games behind the wheel of this title, not much is currently known other than it being a single-player, third-person game that will focus on the country of Wakanda. With the lack of information, I would anticipate that this game releases at the earliest of 2026, unless production has been ramped up so fast that way they can fast track the delivery of the games to arrive sooner, but I would not get my hopes up for that yet. With these standalone games, there are 3 more that we know of, all of which with unconfirmed release dates. First, announced at the Game Awards, being developed by Arcane's Lion, is a potential Xbox exclusive Blade game. Some of the concept art has been revealed, strongly suggesting that this will be a mature rated game with its bloody violence, which with Blade, I am all for it. Do note that the Xbox exclusivity is pure speculation and not confirmed. However, I wouldn't be surprised if this is true, as PlayStation fans have received a bunch of love from Marvel with all the Insomniac Games titles, so I would feel it is only right that Xbox players get some love as well. Another standalone game is in development by Motive Studios, and this is for the one and only Iron Man. Also built with the Unreal Engine 5, this is another single player game with a completely original story that has been confirmed. Now, this will likely take longer as Motive Studios is still looking to fill some roles as of a few months ago in terms of developing the game itself. Again, not much else is known as no gameplay footage has been released and no inside news has been revealed about the game yet. My expectation is that we will be maybe getting the teaser trailer sometime in late 2025 or early 2026. Now, there are 2 games left to cover by the legends over at Insomniac Games. First is Marvel's Spider-Man 3. While this is unconfirmed by the studio itself, it is all but certain based on how things were left off at the end of Marvel Spider-Man 2, with Doc Ock and Norman Osborn seemingly forming a sinister alliance to tell the final chapter of the story. We know that we will at least get Green Goblin with Norman's slow transformation into becoming the gliding maniac, as well as Carnage with how the Flame obtained the Crimson Symbiote from the train wreck as part of the side quest. Not to mention that we are going to get the introduction of Silk, aka Cindy Moon, in the next Spider-Man game, as she was the second post-credit scene. There are a handful of other storylines that need closure in the Insomniac Games universe, all the more reason why Spider-Man 3 will happen. When it will be released is something that we should be okay with not asking for some time. And now, as soon as I mentioned Insomniac Games, you probably thought I would for sure talk about Marvel's Wolverine. Well, luckily for you, that has its own dedicated video that you can check out right here.